Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Handmade Pistol mod, which is being released by user Degenerate Dak. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a fun new pistol firing a rifle round, which of course is the Handmade Pistol here. And what makes it a bit more fun is this actually is a weapon based off of the Lolife from Metro Last Light, which normally I'm not the biggest fan of adding in weapons from other video game franchises, but when it's a fellow post-apocalyptic game like Metro, the aesthetics tend to match pretty well, and especially with this gun, with some of its historical cues that it's definitely designed after, I think it fits quite nicely into this world. So let's jump on over here to have a look at what exactly we are getting with the Handmade Pistol, which in its most basic and standard form will do a whopping 42 damage, quite a lot for a pistol, and that's of course because it is using a 7.62 rifle round, very nice there, with a firing rate of 46, range of 119, accuracy of 47, and a pretty decent weight here of 4.2, not too bad there at all. And as you can see, it is a pretty good looking gun. I definitely do like it. You can definitely see the influence of a number of different real world historic weapons on this thing. And all in all, it is just kind of a really cool weapon. I really do love the look of it. Very good detailing on the modeling and texturing on this thing, especially do like the stamped Commonwealth weaponry on the side and all that. It is a pretty fun, nice weapon. I'm honestly surprised though it's not a little bit heavier. I would have thought with the larger size and the rifle rounds that it might be a bit on the heavier side, but 4.2 is not too bad in the slightest. Now, as for the different modifications that we do have for this thing, we've got a pretty decent number of them at over 35, I believe, and they're all really there to make the gun better. We don't really have anything that's purely aesthetic or anything making the gun too crazy. It's all just normal things to help make this gun better and more usable into, I'd say, solidly into the late game. I think you can get this thing, if I'm remembering correctly, in the receiver category up into the 70s without any additional perks. So with perks, you can bump that thing up even higher, which is pretty darn cool. So that's definitely a pretty powerful pistol to have in the game. So not too shabby at all. Now, as for how you get your hands on one of these lovely things, well, first and foremost, you are going to need a DLC requirement. And that is, of course, Nuka World. This is using the 7.62 round, which was introduced into the game by Nuka World. So, of course, you're going to need that for this pistol. Now, with that installed, it's not too hard to find. You'll find these things starting at level 16 on Minutemen, Nuka Raiders, regular Raiders, and of course in stores. So yeah, not too hard to find past level 16. And there is also one unique version of the gun in the world. We normally get two with Degenerate Dak. In this one, though, we just do get the one, and you'll find it over in Nuka World, which kind of makes sense considering. But yeah, overall, pretty nice. Not too bad at all. So let's go take a look at what modifications we do have on this thing, starting with the receiver category, which is, well, you know, pretty typical of receiver category. You've got standard, heavy, calibrated, all the way on up to advanced, giving you that 73 damage there, which is pretty darn good. Now in the barrel category, we've got a snub nose, a standard barrel, long barrel, and of course my favorite, the bull barrel. That thing just looks freaking cool. In the grip category, we've got a makeshift, standard, comfort, and sharpshooter grip. In the magazine category, we've got a standard, a medium, and a large magazine, and then quick eject versions of the standard and the medium. No quick eject for the large, which is interesting, but I actually quite like the quick eject magazines because, as you can see, you can actually view the bullets within them, and they actually do move as you fire, which is a pretty fun little thing. We'll show that off in a little bit when we are actually getting to shooting. And then in the sights category, this one, I gotta admit, is the one category I'm a little bit saddened by. You guys know me, I love a large list of different sights for whatever my purpose or desire is. We got a pretty small list here. It is enough for, you know, I'd say most play styles. You got iron sights, glow sights, reflex, combat, and a short scope. But still, personally, I'd love to see at least a few more things in here. And normally, Degenerate Deck actually does pretty good with the sights. Another thing I'm intrigued by, like with the only one unique, why there's so few in here. But, oh well, I mean, it's a pistol. Not going to be needing that many different kinds of sights for a pistol. Now then, in the muzzle category, we've got nothing, of course, a makeshift bayonet, compensator, muzzle brake, or suppressor, and then we have non-makeshift versions of some of those, like the compensator, muzzle brake, and suppressor there. A very interesting suppressor at that. Intriguing. Never seen one that looks like that before. And then finally we have the accessories category, where we've either got nothing, a flashlight, a targeting laser that, help with seeing your enemy, and of course a VATS targeting module to help hitting in VATS. Always good, which of course will need a bit of extra science in there for those. And yeah, that is the modifications we have in hand for the Handmade Pistol. So let me go grab the two that I did make. We'll only use one of them when we actually go, summon a Death Claw, because they both do the same damage, but at least for the shooting part, we'll show off their non-silenced and silenced sound. But first, the standard gun. And there we go. It's using the normal in-game sound, so nothing too crazy or, unique there. It is very much a pistol with a lot of kick. I mean, it is a pistol that shoots a rifle round, so if you are squeezing that trigger fast, it can be very difficult to keep on target, but in more controlled shots, it's not too shabby at all. But yes, you do gotta watch out for that rapid fire if you start panic shooting. Now, thankfully, or unthankfully, depending on your opinion on automatics, there is not an automatic receiver for the standard guns, so, you're not going to be all over the place with the kick, but even with just rapid-fire shooting, it can be a bit difficult, though. Now, let's go ahead, we'll just go straight to the suppressed one, since this is going to make the same sound, though we will go back to that one. Ooh, no, you don't have the quick one. You have the quick load. Ah, wonderful. So, go to this one for the suppressed sound, and fire. Again, just using the normal in-game sounds, but what's really fun about this one, considering it has the quick eject magazine, if we actually go to third person, so it'll be easier to see, and if I go to TFC 1, so we can break the camera away, we of course do have the bullets right there in the magazine, all nice and visible, and if I go back to shoot, and just fire a couple of shots, and back to TFC 1, well, there you go. You can see the bullets are gone, and they will just keep on going up the magazine. It's a small detail, frankly, and one you'll probably never notice when you're shooting in third or first person, but it's just nice. I like the little extra details like that. It's pretty cool. I very much do enjoy that. Fire two more shots there. And yeah, there they go. Up into the gun. Wonderful. I like that. I really do. It's a small detail, but it's something that is entertaining and not something you see often, which I think is cool. So let us go on over to here in our usual cheese spot, and I'll actually get out the compensating advanced handmade pistol because it does have the extended magazine for the, or the large rather, for the 21 rounds that this will have that I'll need because I suck at shooting. And then, of course, get ourselves a Death Claw. There is the code there. Run away. And there we go. Using the targeting laser, I have targeted him, like with a recon sight. Nice. And now I just have to actually hit him. Ooh, getting some strange lag here today, but okay, not doing too bad. I mean, he is taking certainly some half-decent damage here with a 7.62 round coming out of a pistol, which is, oh, it's fun. And come on, yep, as he's coming straight for me. As he's coming straight for me. Oh, God, run! And, oh, no. Okay. Slow, methodical shots to finish him off, please. Come on, let's do it in this one magazine. Wonderful! There he goes. is down. Magnificent. And yeah, that's the Handmade Pistol. I really do find myself liking this gun. I haven't played Metro Last Light, so I don't know of the Lolife from that game. But if you are a Metro fan, this will definitely be a fun addition into the game. And considering it really does fit the aesthetic of the Fallout world and post-apocalyptic games in general, I think it is indeed a very fun and unique addition to the Commonwealth. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, yeah, look at the link in the description as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you come back for whatever mod it is that we look at next. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, well, have a good one.